Today's Spotlight on Naperville is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight on Naperville, Community That Cares. I'm Nancy Wearsome, and we're going to turn our attention now to the Janice McArdle Cancer Research Foundation. So welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Dr. George McArdle is the founder and president, so
Yes.
good to have you.
Thank you.
Meg Phillips is on the board of directors, so
Yes.
good to have you, Meg.
Thank you.
And Mark Karlinski is a member of Longevity Foundation, and we're going to hear about that in just a moment. But George, I want to first start, tell us a little bit about how the Janice McArdle Cancer Research Foundation came about and what you're doing.
Sure. Well, it came about, unfortunately, with the passing of my wife, who was diagnosed with non-smoking related lung cancer. And she was diagnosed in June of '07 and passed away in February of '08. So it was a very aggressive disease. Certainly a terrible experience, one that I wouldn't want anyone to have to go through. But my daughters and I and Jan's family decided that we wanted something good to come out of something bad. And so we started this foundation to raise money for research in non-smoking related lung cancer detection and cure.
And there are a lot of misconceptions, right, about this type of lung cancer?
Well, there are. The greatest misconception is that when people think of lung cancer, they think of smoking. Mm-hmm. And it's true that 60% of all lung cancers are smoking related, and if people didn't smoke, it would substantially reduce the number of lung cancers. But 40% of all lung cancers are non-smoking related. And that is a significant number. So, we're directed at trying to reduce that number as well.
Sure. Now, Meg, why do you think this foundation is so vital?
Well, I think there's a lot of people, as George was saying, that are unaware of this type of cancer, and so much of the monies raised for different cancer foundations do not support this specific type. So when George asked me for my assistance, I was more than willing to step in and help.
And he's clapping, so that's good. So you must be good assistants.
She's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yes,
Thank
good,
you.
good. And now, Mark, I want to move to longevity. Tell me about longevity and how you got involved.
Okay, well, unfortunately, my connection with longevity is unfortunate, like George's reason that he mentioned about his connection with lung cancer. My wife passed away from non-smokers lung cancer in March of '09. She was diagnosed in April of '06. She was 33 at the time when she was diagnosed and passed away before she reached 37. Wow. So we got introduced to longevity through the support services that they offer. And basically from there, it kind of took on a mind of its own in terms of our integration with the foundation. They're the leading foundation specifically dedicated to lung cancer medical research, as well as caregiver support, and all different kinds of support, that you would imagine that would come along with being affected by a disease like this. And the other important point to make that George and Meg were talking about before, but they didn't hit on it directly, was the fact that lung cancer takes more lives than breast, colorectal, pancreatic, and prostate cancer combined. And when you think about that, it's just a devastating type of a picture because, again, it's really about the awareness and the lack thereof, and that's one of the things that we're trying to do.
Sure.
Create awareness, more awareness.
Well, and I told you off set, I had a friend that died of this type of lung cancer. I think so many of us have been touched by it in some way or another. So good for you for stepping up, as you said, to do something good.
Sure.
Out of a difficult situation. Well, now you're having a fundraiser so that you can carry out your mission. So let's talk about the fundraiser, Meg.
Well, this is our 4th year, and it is a golf outing that registration will start at noon on June 9th at White Eagle Golf Club. After all the golfing events go through, we will be having a dinner and a silent and live auction during the evening, hoping to raise more money for the foundation.
And to support all the research and the activities that you do.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. In fact, we've raised $300,000 over the first 3 years. So we've been very, very successful. And the monies have gone to some of the major universities, University of Chicago, MD Anderson at the University of Texas, Duke University Medical Center, all with specific goals in mind, either for detection of non-smoking lung cancer or treatment modalities for such. So we made some substantial contributions.
I guess, in only 3 years?
In just 3 years. So, you know, the support of the community, our small community, and we're reaching out now beyond that, has been pretty extraordinary. And it's a fun event. It is a fun event. People will have a great time. My wife loved to play golf, but she loved to have fun playing golf. And so we do a lot of things. We have a lot of games people get to play. You can play serious if you want, but you can also have a lot of fun at it. So it'll be enjoyable.
And you call it Jannie's Hope.
Jannie's Hope.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's so fun. And
Yeah, it
you know,
is.
and it really represents what you're trying to do, hope for others through this event.
Yes, ma'am. Very much so. She was a great lady and had a lot of fun, as was Mark's wife, Lisa, who was a patient of mine, and just a great lady. So, you know, unfortunate in both cases. But we're going to make something better out of it.
Yeah, but you're doing something good for it. So, and this, what did you say, the 4th year for this?
Yes.
4th year.
Wow, that is just amazing. At White Eagle, so you said you do a lot of fun and some contests and things, so tell us when you're golfing.
Well, we had, last year, we had a ball in the boat, where we had a boat out in one of the ponds, and you had to hit a shot into the boat. Now we're actually going to have a gong out there where you have to actually skip the ball over the water and hit the gong. And my wife liked to have a little fun with it. Occasionally she would kick a ball or throw it. So we have little things called Jannigans, and you can buy those. And if you want to throw a ball, you use one of your Jannigans. So it's a fun event. It's a good time. People will enjoy themselves.
It sounds like it, and so clever, and it sounds very, very honoring to her and your wife as well. It sounds wonderful. So thank you so much
Thank you.
for the great work you're doing. That is Jannie's Hope Charity Golf Outing, June 9th at White Eagle Golf Club, and we thank you for the work that you're doing and for being on today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we're going to take one last break. When we come back, more Spotlight, so don't go away.